Good evening, everyone. For some of our neighbors who've rebuilt their lives after run-ins with the law, this COVID-19 economic crisis has been an especially cruel blow.
That's because the federal government is telling them that because of those past mistakes, they can't get disaster loans to help save their businesses. News Channel 5 chief investigative reporter Phil Williams has been digging into what advocates say is an incredible injustice. Phil.
Case in point, local businessman Robert Sherrill. He's been listed as one of Nashville's most admired CEOs, but now he says his own government is turning its back on him.
I pay taxes. I'm not in any trouble. I haven't been in any trouble. Clearly they can look this up and see.
Robert Sherrill's journey is a story of redemption.
I was just selling drugs. I kept going in and out of jail.
Guess I was moving too fast in the wind.
As reenacted in this video posted to his website, the North Nashville native was busted on drug charges at the age of 23. He did 5 years in federal prison, then got out and turned his life around. Sherrill started his own commercial cleaning business.
I grew up in this neighborhood.
In his old neighborhood, he co-founded a workspace for other entrepreneurs and created a mentoring program to help young people avoid the mistakes he made.
But I've done everything that I've been asked to do as a returning citizen to get my community to trust me again, to build my reputation and build my name.
But after the COVID-19 economic shutdown delivered a blow to his business, Sherrill applied to the U.S. Small Business Administration for an economic injury disaster loan. The application came back not eligible due to character reasons.
And based on their assessment, Robert Sherrill, the Robert Sherrill that gives back to his community, Robert Sherrill that was pardoned by Governor Haslam, the Robert Sherrill that spent his life giving back to kids and pouring into the community, I don't fit the good character threshold.
In fact, Sherrill's redemption was good enough to get a pardon for his state charges, but he still has federal charges on his record, and that, the SBA said, was a deal breaker.
I'm furious right now because I don't know what I'm going to do. I got all these families depending on me, and I don't know within the next 6 months what it's going to look like for me.
And here's the odd part. Because Mr. Sherrill had a good relationship with his bank, he was able to get money from the federal Paycheck Protection Program to try to keep his employees on the payroll. The PPP, as it's known, is administered through the very same Small Business Administration that denied his disaster loan.
So you have one side of the SBA saying you're an upstanding citizen, and another side saying, no, you don't qualify.
Exactly. That's the confusion. That's the frustration. That's the anger.
Well, that seems to be pretty standard operating procedure for the SBA.
Attorney Margaret Love runs the Collateral Consequences Resource Center, a nonprofit that helps individuals overcome the legal and social stigma of a criminal history. She notes this slide posted on Reddit by an alleged SBA insider suggests that internal guidelines say if an applicant was ever arrested for a felony, the loan must be declined.
Then you don't get the loan, period. End of story.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it certainly is an overbroad policy. There are lots of people who are arrested for things that are never convicted of anything. There are probably between 25 and 30% of the adult population in this country that have some sort of criminal record. And it is inefficient and unfair to bar them from any opportunity in the marketplace and in employment.
It's like being punished over and over and over and over again for something that I did when I was younger.
Ironically, the denial came from an administration.
Everybody said that criminal justice reform couldn't be done, but I got it done, and the people in this room got it done.
That claims to be a champion of criminal justice reform.
I hope Donald Trump, I hope this goes viral. I hope he reaches out. I hope he pardons me. That's the only way that I'm going to be able to compete again.
An SBA spokesperson told me that their official policy is to deny applicants who've had felony convictions just in the past 5 years. Still, the bad news for Robert Sherrill and others like him is that the agency has already run out of money. The U.S. House has passed a bill to provide more money and to limit the use of criminal histories as a disqualifying factor. But right now, that bill is stalled in the Senate. Of course, we'll keep watching.
Thanks, Phil. Phil and our entire News Channel 5 Investigates team are keeping a close eye on all the latest developments. If you know of something they should investigate, send us your tips. The email address is investigate@newschannel5.com.